Adam, the White Hair Master. Season 2. Episode 3. After hanging up the phone, Adam had finished his noodle cup. He was way starving, so he didn't even let anything be left over. Then he went to the bathroom. He felt that he bore an odor which he had been got from the demon's explosion earlier. The demon's blood had scattered to his body, but he didn't care at that moment. That was the precious time to him after a tough day. He let the hot water flow around his body. How comfortable he was at that moment. After having a shower, Adam changed his clothes and went to the meeting place. No matter how tired he was, he didn't say no to the girl who asked him for help earlier. That's how he is. If someone needed help, he always willingly gives them a hand. Right after stepping out of the house, the landlady still sat there. She was surprised and wondered what it mattered to him to go out at such a late hour. Adam just smiled at her and replied that a friend needed help, but the landlady didn't believe him. She thought Adam must have been interested in nightlife since young people nowadays enjoy the nightlife out. So she told him better to think about his well-being by himself and not be outside too much at night. In front of her mistake, Adam didn't know anything to react to and just smiled. Then Adam took a cab to the meeting place. He looked around for the girl. The girl sat next to the door table. Seeing Adam, she waved at him, so Adam walked to the table shortly. The girl introduced him to herself. She is Liane. In exchange, Adam told her about himself as well. Then he told her to let him know everything in detail. The more detail she gave him, the better. The girl gave a little break, then started to tell Adam what happened to her. Everything started from the day she knew she got pregnant, but unfortunately, she got a miscarriage. Hearing, Adam asked her about her husband, if the husband knew her miscarriage, and if the husband related. Liane continued that Adam already saw her husband, the middle-aged man who walked along with her at the hospital. Surprisingly, Adam had never thought that the young girl would marry a middle-aged man in front of him. Reading the scene, the girl got a bit uncomfortable. Seeing her reaction, Adam abruptly said sorry to Liane and told her to continue. Liane didn't care much. She experienced that kind of reaction from the other people multiple times earlier and continued her case. She and her husband had been married not long before. The two of them coincidentally pumped to each other in a fancy restaurant. They felt that the two of them had a profound bond at first sight, as if they had been together from the past life. Shortly after the destined meetup, they got married. And all in due time, not long later, the girl got pregnant. They all felt like they were fruitful and very happy. The husband was getting old. The two of them had worried about their child, but everything had been settled then. One night, during the couple was chatting, her belly got hurt out of the blue. Liane got a severe hurt and choked with tears. Worried for the wife, the husband asked her constantly if she was okay. After a few moments, Liane's pain didn't disappear. The husband took her out of bed and went to their car. He wanted to bring her to the hospital to check up. Walking through the mirror in the bedroom, they had experienced a scary event. When she saw her reflection in the mirror, Liane saw a stranger as well. That was a man, and she knew that was not her husband at all. The scariest part was the man repeatedly punched her in the belly, and she realized that her pain from the man's punch was that she got writhing in pain every time he punched at her. She was scared to death. She screamed out aloud in front of her husband. Weirdly, when her husband looked at the mirror, the man had gone. Then, the pains in her belly kept frequently coming. As a result of that, she was unable to save the baby. At that tough time, her husband always was by her side, comforted Liane, so she could recover well. But everything didn't stop there. Those kinds of scary events still happened to her. One night, she went to the bathroom. Upon washing her hands, she saw someone behind her. she hurriedly turned back, but there was no one. Another night, she and her husband were sleeping. The husband got awaked by a cold freeze flew by them. He reached his hands to hug his wife, but he sensed that Lien was not there in the bed. He jolted awoke and checked where his wife was. He looked out and startled. Lien tended to climb out of the windows and was likely to jump. He rushed out and dragged his wife in. At the moment she nearly released her hands out of the sill. The husband screamed aloud and confronted his wife about why she wanted to end her life. Lien cried her eyes out and explained that it wasn't her, she didn't tend to end her life. She said that while she was asleep, she felt a mysterious man grabbed her hair, then dragged her out of bed violently. And so, Lien had been brought to the windows. She was too frightened and repeatedly called out her husband for help, but the husband didn't hear her voice. Then the mysterious man pushed her out. She tried her best to resist and fight for her life. Their apartment was in a high-rise building. At that high level, being pushed out of the windows, Lien was terrified. Fortunately, her husband was able to save her in the nick of time. She was telling what happened to her tearfully, her face still got terrified. But at that moment, the husband didn't believe what she was telling him. He supposed her wife has been in severe depression or a kind of mental problem after her miscarriage, which must have been a great loss for her. While Adam and Lien were talking, two people walked into the coffee shop. It looked like they were looking for someone. Passing by their whereabouts, the two of them stared at Lien. After confirmed Lien was the one they were looking for, they came closer to Lien. The girl showered Lien with scolds. Looking to their faces and hearing what they spoke to Lien, Adam could make a guess that they were son and daughter of Lien's husband. The girl was very bad-mouthed. After cursing Lien, she turned to Adam. She thought Adam was Lien's boyfriend and continued that Lien had married her father because she wanted their father's money. The money must have gone to Adam as well. No matter how much Lien had explained to them, they didn't take any of those. The boy next to her didn't keep his calm as well. He plunged to them and cursed Lien and Adam. He even wanted to punch Adam, but eventually, Adam was able to dodge it. Adam tried to clear the scene, but the young man rushed toward him, and the girl started to violently touch Lien. Unable to stand in front of their irrational behaviors, the moment the young man threw his hands to Adam, he caught the young man by the hand. Having a long time of kung fu training with his master, Adam wanted to teach the young man a lesson. His wrist had been tightly clamped, and he started to feel numb. On the other hand, Lien and the girl were struggling. After finishing with the young man, Adam came close to the two women and tried to stop them. They realized that they could not touch Adam and Lien easily, being less aggressive, but they kept cursing Adam and Lien with strong language. Before leaving, they spoke up some bizarre things about the relationship between Lien and their father that made Adam noticed. Thought there must have been something shadow under the surface. Adam ran after them outside. He wanted them to answer his inquiries. Seeing Adam after them, they thought that Adam wanted to beat the hell out of them, especially the young man. He learned how good at fight Adam was. Adam comforted them they should chill out because he just wanted to talk. Then he tried to explain to them who he was and what he met Lien for. After hearing the explanation, the two of them no longer saw him with their evil eyes. At that moment, Adam spoke up and asked them a few things. Felt that Adam didn't have any bad intentions, they started to tell Adam about their father. After saying goodbye, they left Adam. Lien had walked to Adam from behind without him noticing and told him not to believe what the two told him. That made Adam confused. Lien was not there and heard the conversation while the three of them were talking. Why she told him not to believe. Finally, Adam told her he would come to her place the next day to resolve her problem because he was way too tired at the moment. then they parted ways. Hearing two sides, Adam had his own thought. He stopped by an electrical store. His appearance surprised the store's owner, but he still welcomed Adam with a big smile. After walking around the store, Adam told the owner if his place had what he wanted to prepare everything for tomorrow. The owner and Adam chatted happily. He curiously asked why Adam bore that odd appearance. That was not the first time Adam has been asked that kind of question, so Adam happily replied to the owner. Collecting up enough things, the owner helped him to pack everything up, and Adam headed home. The next morning, as Leon's instruction, Adam found Leon's apartment, which was a spacious building. Adam easily found her place. He rang her bell. After a few seconds, Leon showed up and opened the door to let Adam in. Leon got anxious. She had no idea what Adam was going to do. Adam explained to her that he would decoy that thing out by her. Adam took out some of the talismans from the bag, spread them out to a circle, then took out a jar of blue liquid. Next, he used the blue liquid and applied it to Leon's forehead. Adam told her that would help Leon see the one who wanted to hurt her. After applying the blue liquid to Leon's forehead, Adam mumbled incantations to open his yin-yang eyes as well. Everything had been well geared up. Adam told Leon to step inside her bedroom. He repeatedly asked her about the one who haunted her to clear up his suspicions. Being in her bedroom a few minutes, Leon felt that the atmosphere around her turned colder and colder. Finally, she felt like she was standing outside in winter. Adam comforted her that was normal and proved that the one who haunted her was coming. As Adam's guessing, after a few minutes, an old man's spirit had appeared behind her. When he appeared, the old man angrily attacked Leon. He repeatedly shouted out that Leon had cheated on him. Freaked out, Leon ran towards Adam and asked him for help, but not like earlier. Adam stood there, frozen. The old man didn't take cautious. He rushed towards Leon and grabbed her neck. Adam spoke up to Leon. If she had done something unforgivable to the old man, she should give him a proper apology. That was the only way she could get out of the situation, by releasing his anger. The more the old man claimed her aloud, the more he grabbed her neck tightly. By the old man's words, Adam learned that the old man had given her everything when they were together, but Leon had cheated him in exchange. Leon tearfully begged him for mercy. She exclaimed that she had never thought he would kill himself by jumping out of the windows. She didn't want him to die. Deep down, she was unable to think of that unexpected end. Everything was out to the open. It turned out Leon was a fraud. She took advantage of marrying old men, then she would manipulate and deceive them to get their real assets. After having them all, she would divorce them to find another victim. That old man was one of her victims. He was unable to be under pressure, so he had suicided by jumping out of the high building. He was way too angry to go to the afterlife, so his spirit stayed around her and waited to take revenge on her. After Leon's confession, Adam stepped closer to the old man and advised him that he should let the law punish Leon for what she had done. Everything was clear up already. But his anger had even risen up. He loudly cursed Adam. Adam learned that the spirit's anger could not be released easily. Adam had to use a stronger method to let him go easy on Leon. Even though Leon was not a good person, but she didn't deserve to die. Adam tried to throw the old man's spirit out of Leon. The old man got extremely irritated. The spirit's face was no longer kept as the normal person. It turned to be devil-like, which was really creepy. He screamed out a loud sound, then reached his hands to Adam and attacked him. In a blink of an eye, Adam took out a red string prepared beforehand with magical pennies, then tied up the man. Adam made a mantra shape with his fingers and shot it towards the man. As a result of that, the devil spirit flew out a few meters to the wall. His hands got tied, but the old man didn't give up. He still wanted to attack Adam. He stretched out his 2 hands towards Adam. However, before his long hands could touch Adam, he spelled out the shield incantation so that his spirit could not reach him out. Didn't just stop the spirit from touching him. His incantation also magnified the talismans on the floor and booted them out. After he finished spelled out, those talismans instantly burnt out to a huge hole. The magic hole attracted the devil spirit. The old man was flowing into the hole. He tried to struggle and escape, but no use. His spirit got disappeared into the hole. After his spirit was expelled completely, talismans had burnt out already on the floor. The hole was disappearing as well, and the floor got back to normal. Saw the devil had gone. Lien stepped towards Adam. She explained that she was way too frightened to talk those kinds of stuff earlier and convinced him not to believe the entire what she had said. But Adam could see the shame was visible on her face. While Lien kept her explanation, they heard a knock door sound. Adam came to get the door and let the 2 policemen inside the house. The son and daughter of Lien's current husband walked in after them. It turned out Adam guessed the truth behind already. He wanted to let Lien confess her wrongdoing, and expel the devil out of this world, kept the devil away from innocent people, and let him go to his afterlife for good. Adam had bought a mini camera at the store the day earlier. He brought the camera with him the whole time, so everything inside the apartment had lived outside to the policeman and her husband's kids. The daughter of Lien's husband tended to pay Adam a little money for his assistance, but as usual, he refused to take it. He thought that was what he was supposed to do. After walking out of the apartment, he received a text message from Fen's younger sister, who he helped earlier. She texted him an address in the message, offered him a meal, and asked him out for another help. Adam rushed out to the address he had received. That is who Adam is. He always comes when there is someone who needed help. The thing is, who knows if the girl needed his help or just wanted to see him in person.